What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today I want to talk about a kind of celestial body. We're going to talk about comets, asteroids, meteors, meteorites, and meteoroids. Pretty much what they are, right? So I did a little diagram, little drawing for you. So we wanted to get in right now, and bam! Right now, first thing we're going to do is start off with a comet and what a comet is. A comet is simply it's a large body, a large icy body in the solar system, but it's on like the outer part of the solar system because it's so cold out there. And it's a chunk of ice, big chunk of ice, most of the big chunk of ice. And when it gets close, see, big chunk of ice here. When it gets right here, and when it gets, I'll say when it gets relatively close. Okay, when it gets relatively close, that the ice will start to break off. It will produce what's called a coma. Coma. And this word comes from the Latin word meaning hair, which is also where we get the hair, a comb, like a hair comb. It comes from that. Okay, coma. So when it gets close up to the sun, where the heat of the sun can break up the ice, it produces a coma. Okay, they're like way out in the outer part of the solar system. Okay, these are all in the solar system, but this is like the farthest out. Okay, this is where Pluto would be. Pluto and the Kuiper Belt. That's where the comets would be. Okay? Now, on the other hand, we have asteroids. Now, asteroids, first of all, the name is actually two words, aster and oid. Aster, it means star. Okay, like astronomy, astrology. Aster, it means star. And oid means like. This oid means like it's not that particular thing. It's like a kind of thing. Okay, like humanoid. Okay, yeah, like metalloid. Okay, anytime we see the OID, it means like. It's not the thing really, but it's like kind of like it. Okay, now the reason why it's called an asteroid because during the time of ancient man, when they look up in this, when they look in the sky, they see these bright objects. They thought it was stars. Now they didn't have the telescopes to really see out there to see exactly what it was. But so they saw bright objects in the sky and they thought it was a star like the other stars. That's what they call it, aster. But when they saw it move, they're like, wait, these particular stars are moving, so it's not quite like a star. It must be like a star-like. It's star-like, not a star. Asteroid. Now these asteroids, they range from different sizes, all the way to, and like you mainly find them in the asteroid belt. That's what's called the asteroid belt. It's a belt that separates the small planets from the large planets. From Mars on, and you see Mars there and Earth there. You got asteroids in between them, and you got the asteroid belt that goes in between Mars and Jupiter, the terrestrial planets, and the gaseous planets. Okay, I know I messed up on this one. My bad, but you know what I meant. You have all the way up from like 600 miles, like Sirius, all the way to like dust particles, like little tiny dust particles. They range. Okay, so it's star-like. Now we have meteor. A meteor is simply a rocky body that it enters the atmosphere. Okay, the Earth's atmosphere, and when it enters the Earth's atmosphere, it comes in contact with friction from the atmosphere and it begins to ignite. Okay, and that's where you see like a shooting star. A shooting star is a meteor that has hit the atmosphere and it's gone across the sky. It looks like a streaking star, a shooting star. Okay, that only happens because the meteor has hit the atmosphere, and because of the friction between them, when friction makes things heat up. Okay, like you rub your hands together, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. Same thing, just but this particular thing is on a larger scale. Okay, so a meteor is a small body, relatively small body that hit the atmosphere and begins to ignite. Okay? Yeah. Now we have a meteorite. Actually, let me start with meteoroid first. Meteoroid. A meteoroid is a meteor that is close to hitting the Earth's atmosphere. It's close to getting to the atmosphere, but it's not there yet. It hasn't reached the Earth's atmosphere to ignite. So it's like right on the cusp of becoming a a meteor, but not quite. Close but no cigar. Right? So now we got meteorite. A meteorite is a meteor that has hit the Earth. So when it hits the Earth, it becomes a meteorite. And most of the meteorites that hit the Earth are they're rocky, you know, but some of them are also like iron, like nickel, things like that. Okay, that's basically the diagram of asteroids, comets, meteorites, meteoroids, you know, things of that nature. Now, like I said, the asteroid belt. I know what you saw in here. The asteroid belt was between Earth and Mars. That was a mistake. The asteroid belt is in between Mars and Jupiter. Okay, the asteroid belt is what separates the terrestrial planets, the hard rocky planets, and the gaseous planets, the big giant gassy planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, like that. All right. So that's all I got for now. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. Got a lot more coming. So hope you enjoy this one. I'll catch you all later. Peace.